wabarakatuh. Uh, are you aware that our learning curriculum already use independent study curriculum? Stated by the Minister of Education and Culture why he chose this curriculum, the answer is two. He said from the philosophy of Ki Hajar Dewantara, the first is freedom and the second is independence. In this concept, it can be said that learning is a process to achieve independence from stupidity, and learning is a process to achieve independence. On the other hand, the Ministry of Education and Culture has also implemented an online system. In welcoming the 4.0 era, the Minister of implemented a learning system at home, but after a survey conducted, as many 58% of students did not like this system. The survey showed that the unpreparedness of schools and teachers would have an impact on children's interest in learning using online learning. There are many reasons for this, including learning methods that are less creative and innovative, constrained by network and inadequate learning tools. From the data listed above, it encouraged researchers to conduct research on the implementation of learning English using MAL. In welcoming the independent learning curriculum, by doing this research, it is hoped that students will recognize learning tools that are available on Android phones and can be downloaded for free to maximize their ability to learn language. English independently, while for teachers, this research is expected to be able to provide additional and insight regarding the implementation of MAL in learning English in a structured manner. So what is MAL? MAL is an English learning application using a smartphone. Implementation MAL is a way to develop English teaching practice. This activity is very suitable to be carried out independently and can be accessed anytime and anywhere. Call has been developed into a MAL. This activity relates to the use of mobile technology in language learning, where students do not need to sit in class or in front of their computer to learn language. Therefore, MAL allows motivate user to learn English independently whenever and wherever. Today, students are very fond of and good at using mobile phone in almost all activity. Through direction from teachers and parents regarding good use of cell phone, students will be able to use cell phone in a more positive direction and be able to develop their ability in learning, both physically and mentally, independently or in groups. After conducting research using mobile phone through the Duolingo application, in the early stage the result of using student cell phone were felt very less than 100 students. Only 20% of students use cell phone for learning, and of the 100 students who use learning application that could be downloaded via the App Store, Google Play or apps is 0%. After evaluating the cycle 1 action, this stage is carried out online and offline. Then the teacher introduce learning application that can be accessed offline, namely My Directionary, and online learning application, namely Duolingo. Then learning continues by introducing My Dictionary, and then after that with Duolingo. Then learning continues by introducing My Dictionary, and then after that with Duolingo. In this activity, researchers and teachers agree to apply to assessment system, namely through an attitude assessment system and a student knowledge assessment system. During the teaching and learning activities, the student knowledge the students were very enthusiastic about participating in learning activities, both independently and in groups. The result of the per cycle activity that had been carried out was that 70% of students got good grades. According to the evaluation result from cycle 1, English learning activity using MAL were able to improve enthusiasm for student learning and able to improve student understanding in learning English. After the stage of cycle 1 have been carried out to strengthen and ensure the result of this research activity will be continued in the stage of cycle 2. With different level, the learning process is carried out according to the stage of cycle 1, namely with offline and online learning activities. The differences in learning include when learning is done online, so the device used is Zoom, whereas when offline the teachers do not use Zoom. The attitude of enthusiasm of students in independent and group learning is still very well maintained in this second cycle. From the second cycle activities that were carried out, there were 38% of students who got a perfect score according to the evaluation result from the second cycle of English learning activity using MAL was able to increase student enthusiasm for learning and was able to increase student understanding in learning English. It is now that the increase in student score that have been achieved from each cycle. As a summary for the discussion of this issue, research activity on the implementation of learning using MAL greatly motivates students to improve their ability in independent and group learning. In addition, the application of learning using MAL greatly assists teachers in conditioning the class to become more structured. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.